You may be smart and athletic and have money, but you're an orphan. A person who grows up without their parents' love won't become a proper adult. I'm Ryusei Chijo. My parents passed away when I was too young to understand. I grew up in an orphanage. I started living on my own as a high schooler. Sure, parents make a big impact, but how a person grows up is up to that person. Heh, acting tough. Later, you're gonna whine like, if only I had parents. My classmate, Hemi, was making fun of me for it. Maybe it was because my situation was unique or some other reason, but he always made fun of me. I grew up without knowing what love felt like. My fateful encounter happened 11 years later. Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I walked here to this super cheap supermarket, but I bought too much.
On my way home, I saw a woman squatted down amongst a bunch of shopping bags. Her name was Aoi Tahara. I had nothing else to do after, so I helped her out.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad I could help. I'll go now.
Wait, I'll treat you since you helped me. I can only make something simple, but come in.
I tried to decline, but I was pushed into her house. I wanted to decline, because for me, eating was just a process to stay alive. Nothing tasted good. But I couldn't reject a person's kindness. I felt bad, but I decided to eat her cooking. Then, it's good? As soon as I put it in my mouth, I felt something I never felt before. I started crying involuntarily.
Wait, what? Are you okay?
My parents left me a large inheritance before passing away, so I never struggled with money. But what I didn't have was love. Aoi looked at me with concern. Somehow, I felt relaxed around her, and I started talking about my past.
I see. Your upbringing might be the opposite of mine.
Her mom was a single mom, so they were poor, but she received a lot of love. 4 years ago, her mom started using a wheelchair. Now, her mom lives in a group home for people with disabilities.
If it's okay with you, can you come eat with me like this sometimes?
I should be the one asking you. Of course, I'll pay for the food and the labor. That's how we met. Aoi took care of me in other ways too. The simple things I did would make Aoi happy. Slowly, I felt my heart getting fuller. I became close with her mom, Kyoko, as well. She taught me what a mother's love was like.
Ryusei-kun, I knitted this scarf for you. It's gotten colder recently.
It's warm. Thank you. I'll take care of it. Of course, I fell for Aoi. I asked her out, we dated, and got engaged. When I told her, Kyoko was very happy. A year after Aoi and I met, we were headed to a real estate agency for rental properties. Kyoko's hospital was going to change, so it would be hard to go from her current group home. Also, thanks to the group home's support, Kyoko was seen fit enough to live alone. You should have let me know you wanted to move. I could have helped.
I'm sorry, I thought you'd be busy and I felt bad asking.
I owned several properties that I got from my parents and that I bought myself. Recently, there's been a lot of moving in and out, so I had been busy with cleaning and renovations. I know it was her being kind. I'm gonna be your son, so please come to me when you need help. Of course, Aoi too.
Ryusei-kun, thank you.
We reached our destination. I had an appointment, so we parted ways in front of the building.
We want to walk through this wheelchair-accessible house.
You can't.
What? But it says it's wheelchair-accessible.
Aoi was trying to figure out what was going on. The employee looked down on her. So, even though it says you can rent with a wheelchair, that's not what the owner really wants. We often refuse wheelchair users so as not ruin the floors and cause excessive noise. I'm sure it'll be difficult for you alone to assist her. Are you gonna place special equipment? You need the landowner's permission to renovate, and there are other stipulations. I apologize, but I don't think you would be able to pay the necessary fees. So, there are no houses here for people with disabilities. Please see yourself out.
We were made to leave like that. I'm sorry, this is my fault.
What? I heard all that 4 hours later. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They had gone to a rental agency called Oh Hey House. I suggested that I go talk to them. Aoi said she didn't want to deal with them anymore. Yeah, I'm sure Aoi was hurt that her mother was hurt. I felt the anger rising up in me, but I just told them I'll do what I can. If the place was online, there might be other agencies we can go through. What do you want to do?
I think another place is fine. Mom might be reminded of today if she lives there.
Aoi just wanted to help her mom and rushed to make a decision. Want to move into a place I own? And all three of us can live together? That way, we can choose a place closest to the hospital and make it accessible later. If you let me know what we need, we can make renovations. What do you think?
I feel bad. I'm sure Aoi wouldn't want me to be there with you two.
Don't say that. I don't mind at all. I've been thinking for a while that I want to repay you. I think of you as my actual mother, so please lean on me.
Ryusei-kun, thank you. I'd love to live with you two if you're okay with it. Mom, I'm so happy. Thank you, Ryusei-kun.
So, we decided to all live together. A little while later, we started living together. It's been smooth so far.
Thank you for helping me eat up.
Thank you. The food is good today too, but isn't it hard to cook in a wheelchair? This is our next door neighbor, Sayonji. We've been close since we moved in. Sometimes he comes along when we take Kyoko to the hospital. Kyoko had invited him over today to thank him.
The kitchen is made for wheelchair users, so it's not so hard. There's space under the counters and you can access the buttons while sitting. But if I want to reach something that's out of reach with a magic hand, I need my daughter or Ryusei-kun to help me.
I see. That's interesting. Sayonji loved to learn. He would listen to Kyoko and nod. Man, Ichijo-kun really takes care of Kyoko-san. Making things accessible, renovating, picking out electronics. Of course, she's my mom. Wait, what's up with your t-shirt? Huh? This is my favorite one.
Ryusei-kun, put that away.
How's your work been going? It's going. There's another company near us. We have a better rep, but their fees are cheaper. So, our client numbers are around 50-50. If I had a lot of money like you, maybe I could have done things differently. I had not only inherited properties, but also money and land. I was planning on growing my money. I guess the way I work is a little different, but the way you said that makes me a little sad. So sorry, it came out wrong. There's no one else I get along with more than you. I hope we stay friends. I was kidding. I hope so too. I'm always here to help. It was funny how concerned he got, so I laughed. Time passed. I was walking around with Aoi and Kyoko. Wait, is that Ichijo? And who else? The clueless customers that came in with a wheelchair. Long time no see. Himmy. I had run into the guy who made fun of me all throughout high school. Clueless? With a wheelchair? Are you...
Ryusei, we were kicked out of Ohei House by him. Do you know him?
I felt the anger rising up. My former classmate from high school. Himmy, what makes coming in with a wheelchair clueless? What? No way a wheelchair user can rent a place. I guess you're an orphan, so you don't know. You're the one that doesn't know. It's difficult to rent, but not impossible. Shut up. If you know it's difficult, just give up already. How do you know those two? Girlfriend? But an orphan like you can only get someone who has so much money. They need to give it out. Or is that news to you all? I'm glad you found a helper before you got lost in that wheelchair. What? How dare you? You can say what you want about me, but don't insult these two.
Calm down, Ryusei.
Always taught me. If I punch him now, I'm the bad guy. I knew that somewhere in my mind, but I wanted to beat him up despite that. Oh, scary. I guess you really don't grow up right without parents. I'll leave. Hemi grinned and left. Damn it. Sorry. I know you didn't want to talk to him.
Don't worry, your anger is proof that he's wrong. Yeah, we're not just pretending to be family. We know you love us.
I've been worried if I have been able to show my love to Aoi and her mom properly. I'm glad I wasn't wrong.
Anyway, at this rate, it seems like Oh-Hey House will keep choosing their clients. When Hemi was talking to us, no one tried to stop him. I think everyone thinks the same way.
I see. Maybe... I thought for a while about what I could do.
Why don't we have any customers?
Yikes! I don't know. 2 years later, you could hear a pin drop at Oh-Hey House. As Kyoko had said, the employees and the CEO had been treating their more complicated clients badly. The mountain of complaints had pushed the customers away.
Wait, we got a complaint. They wanted a place close to the station. Why did he show them a place that was a 15-minute walk away?
I had to. If I didn't, I wouldn't have hit my numbers. On top of all that, the sales team had tried to force things with clients to hit their numbers. There were more complaints and their reputation went down. They lost even more customers.
Hemi, go to Love Koi Housing and snoop. Apparently that place is doing great. Meanwhile, we're like this. I bet they're saying bad things about us or impeding our business somehow. If we sue them, our clients will come back, so you get some evidence.
Okay. Meanwhile, I was talking to Saionji in the meeting room at Love Koi Housing. Our sales have gone up thanks to you. Thank you so much. No, I'm lucky to be able to work with a great company like yours. Saionji was actually the president of Love Koi Housing. Among the properties I owned, I asked him to help me with the ones that were wheelchair accessible. I saw Love Koi's reputation and Saionji himself and decided to ask him. I finished talking to Saionji and left the room. There was a commotion outside the shop. It was Hemi fighting with a Love Koi employee and a customer in a wheelchair. Love Koi isn't telling you the reality. Are you making sure with the owner that a wheelchair user wants to see the place and live there? Sounds like you're just doing whatever, so our clients will be back. Hemi was causing a disturbance, so I got in between. Ichijo, why are you here? For work. If this customer wants to see a place that I own. I said that they don't need to ask for permission. How is it?
Yes, you own the place that they are planning to walk through.
Yeah, Hemi, don't bother people because you don't know anything. Go home. Own? Huh, if you keep doing that, your floors are gonna be all scratched up and you'll regret it. Don't worry, I changed the floors to material that doesn't get scratched easily, and it's accessible. To make sure I can own properties that are livable for wheelchair users. I talked with wheelchair users and bought places with few hills and renovated them. I already dealt with all the problems you could come up with. I had been donating to several group homes after learning about them. So, I knew a lot of wheelchair users and received a lot of input on choosing locations and renovations. Also, I want you to take back what you said about us doing whatever we want. We go into detail with our clients in wheelchairs about how to live in our spaces. We've researched the laws when it comes to renovating. We know how much it costs to repair it depending on what add-ons are built. Ichijo-san told us, we respect all and any client, so of course. Hemi had nothing to say. Then, he seemed to realize something. Hey, about those locations, are they popular properties in good locations? In short, yes. They are popular with clients who don't use wheelchairs and younger people. We made it so that people who don't use wheelchairs can sign with us too. Because of that, other customers have come to us as well. Ichijo, please! If you need an agent for any of those places, can you give it to us? Huh? Of course not. I don't want to leave my properties in the hands of people I don't trust. Why? Your former classmate is in trouble. You're rich, so you can help me a little. If you ask, I'll be nice. I felt something snap. He was being too selfish. How dare you? Yikes! You said this to me before. An orphan who doesn't know love won't become a proper adult. Look who's talking. If you know love, you should know. I knew love now. I told him clearly. I glared at him to show him I wouldn't back down. I won't help you. You hurt my family, so I'll never forgive you. Damn it! You'll see! Hemi ran away. Hemi had said all those things back then. Look at him now. We apologize for the disturbance. Saionji and I silently bowed our heads. A kind voice spoke out.
Raise your heads. I don't mind. I'm very interested in an apartment owned by someone like you. I'm excited to go see it.
Thank you. I'd be so happy if you liked it and moved it. The trouble caused by Hemi was resolved. Ohei House's reputation spread, and they went down.
Why did this happen?
Hemi and the others were looking for a job, but they were struggling. I had a good sales record at Ohei House. Why isn't this working? If they don't change into trustworthy people, their lives will continue to be shrouded in darkness. Meanwhile, Aoi and I got married. We still live with Kyoko. Man, this is nice! Hanging out with family! You're part of the family now. Saionji said that business was booming. There have been talks of increasing storefronts. We all smiled. I felt warm inside. Aoi, Mom, thank you for giving me a family and love. I was in an orphanage before I could remember how I got there. Meeting Aoi and finding motherly love gave me happiness. Aoi, I love you.
Huh? What? All of a sudden?
Aw, nice! Ryusei-kun, what about me? You can think of me as your brother. You're more like a younger brother. Why? I'm older. I mean, you did help me a lot with my work, but... I'm kidding. I'm counting on you, brother. Oh man, Kyoko-san, make me your son too!
Oh my. What should I do?
In society, you can't just push your beliefs onto others without putting yourself in their shoes. Each individual should think about what the other person might feel. That'll make life better. We saw Kyoko smile and smiled too. These beautiful days will continue from here on out.
Hi guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Aoi and Kyoko taught him about love. Saionji is a good friend and business buddy. Ryusei sure is really lucky to have such great people around him. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!